About 3 hours after Ananias fell, his wife Sapphira entered the gathering unaware of what had happened. She walked in expecting to share in the praise of generosity, not knowing judgment had already exposed the deception. Peter met her not with accusation but with an opportunity for truth, asking, "Tell me whether you sold the land for so much?" It was a moment where honesty could have broken the chain of sin, yet she confirmed the false amount without hesitation. The same agreement she had made in secret became the words that sealed her fate in public. Peter's voice carried both sorrow and divine certainty as he declared, "How is it that ye have agreed together to tempt the Spirit of the Lord?" He revealed that the young men who had just buried her husband were already at the door, ready to carry her out as well. The judgment was not because she kept back part of the money, but because she, with full knowledge, chose to test whether God truly sees the heart. In an instant, she fell at Peter's feet, just as her husband had, and yielded up the ghost. The young men entered, found her lifeless, and buried her beside her husband, the place of their union becoming the place of their warning. The sobering unity of their downfall reveals how sin binds people together just as strongly as righteousness does. Sapphira walked into the same presence of God that had confronted Ananias, but she walked in holding the same lie and expecting a different end. Their story reminds us that God does not judge outward actions alone, but the intentions that shape them. The Spirit of the Lord is not tempted by pretense, nor deceived by agreements made in secret places. What was offered to them was not condemnation, but the chance to walk in truth. For mercy always stands before judgment when the heart is willing to turn. Yet when deceit is embraced, its fruit comes swiftly. For believers today, this passage calls us to a life where truth is not adjusted to protect pride or appearance, but where integrity before God becomes freedom. The fear that fell on the early church was a cleansing reverence, teaching every disciple that sincerity is the only foundation strong enough to carry the presence of God.